Hey, I hope everyone's doing well out there. Hey, I don't know if you knew, I didn't know this actually, but September is self-development month. Self-development month. Hey, no better time than right now to really step up your game. What I love about back to school is it's a perfect time for us adults to get back to the things that we're working, get back to the structure in our lives because of the summer times. But because of the summer times, it kind of just it kind of goes out the door somewhat, and you just kind of have a free for all, just enjoying yourself. It's been like that since March though. So it's important that we finish the year strong if you haven't been. So welcome to Step Up September. At the end of this, I'm going to post the actual form. So this way you get a better look at it and an understanding of what you can do to really step up your game in September. So let's make it a September to remember. Hey guys, I got 5 things tonight that are going to really help get your mojo going and crush September. Our whole mentality's been war. War on the last quarter of the year, and it's coming, baby. Tomorrow is September 1. Let's have some fun and let's get it done. So with that being said, Step Up September. If you notice, systems. There's an acronym for systems. I don't know if you know what it means, but it stands for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money. See, when you develop structure in your life, man, you're able to go so much faster. This is the one thing that I struggle with. But every time I nail it, every time I reinsert it back into my life, things start happening a lot more quick. And that's beautiful, right? So I don't know about you, but I think everybody wants to save themselves more time, energy, and money. And that's the acronym for system. And when you get that type of system going on in your life, you're able to move faster, you're able to do more, you're able to have more energy, and not just let everything go out the window in all different types of directions. So, systems. If you notice on the sheet, it talks about personal, relationships, fitness, finances, and career. These are like your 5 major food groups when it comes to self-development in your life. This is kind of like big picture thinking, flying up, looking at what's most important in your life. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to focus on one thing. One thing. Now, your one thing doesn't have to be all these. You can pick one thing out of these to really focus on and anchor in for the month of September. You can pick personal only, relationships only, finances, your fitness, or your career. Or you can pick all of them. But the whole goal is this: one thing. What is your one thing? And there's a book called The One Thing. And the biggest quote in the beginning is Chinese proverb: you can't chase 2 rabbits at the same time, right? So right now in September, you need to kind of step back and look at your life and evaluate yourself. You know, self-awareness is one of the biggest keys to developing yourself. So what area of your life right now do you feel like, man, I really need to improve myself? You know, for me, I always think, for most people, your fitness. Once you improve your fitness, you start to get your mojo going, your energy back. You're feeling good about who you are. And now you got the energy to achieve the other things in your life. So I always think fitness is one of the biggest keys that most people should focus on. But however, it's whatever you want to focus on. What's your one thing? Really dial on it in. Next up, you're going to notice on the goal sheet, on the system sheet, is this. It'll say your goal, what's your one thing for the month that you want to achieve. And then underneath that, it's going to say task. They did a top sports psychologist, I forget his name, he has a book called Thinking Like a Champion. And he did an interview and he worked with LeBron James. And he asked LeBron James, he said, hey, what's your goal? What's just your major goal right now going into the NBA? And LeBron says, I want to be the best basketball player that ever lived. And he said, okay, what do you need to do that? And he says, I got to start winning championships. All right, how are you going to win championships? Well, one of my biggest weaknesses is my 3-point shot. Okay, what are you going to do about that? Well, I'm going to hit 3,000 3-point shots every day. See what he did? He went highest to lowest. He narrowed it down to the one task. Look, guys, I love this. Practice goal. See, we always set the big goal, right? But what's the practice goal that you're going to do to get the big goal? We always set that giant one thing and we're excited about it. Then we're kind of like, well, what do I do now? So when you set your one goal up, how can you pull from that goal and narrow it down to the one thing that you can do every day now? See, we're looking for the biggest return on our investment. If there's one thing that I did today, what would be that one thing that would make the biggest difference and make everything else not matter? And that's up for you to decide. So when you get to the goal, you got your one thing right now. Now your next question is, what's going to be my task? What's going to be my practice goal? And I want you to look at it like dominoes, because every time you work on this sheet, you can use the next week, you can use a new sheet. because hopefully your goal and your task is somewhat changing because you're getting closer to it. And they did a study, scientific study. If you take one small domino, your normal size domino, and you put it down, it shows that it can knock down an equal size or equal size bigger than itself over. So what that means is this: the next domino could be half the size bigger, it'll knock it over, next one, knock it over. And by the time it gets to like its 30th domino, it can literally knock over the Eiffel Tower. And by the time it gets to like the 50th one, it can knock over the moon. And what the message is this: what's your domino? What's your practice goal? What's your small thing that you can do this week to attack that big goal? So this way now it's easy, man. We want things to be easy. We want to have that ability to ride downhill. See, when you're riding downhill, it's so much better, right? You go faster, less energy to put out. So now I want you to think about that task and minimize it. Something that you know you definitely can do. Because guess what? Once you hit that bad boy over, next week we'll hit a bigger one. Guys, clarity, clarity, clarity. Clarity is power. So now we have our big goal. We have our practice goal, our task. Now what's the clear clarity? When are you going to work on that goal? Is it going to be Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? On this form, you're going to circle the days that you're going to work on that goal. Maybe it's just one day a week that you're working on your goal. If it's your relationships, it might be like, hey, date night with my significant other, right? It may be Sunday, it could be play date with my kids. I've been working all week, I want to spend some time with them. So it could be every day, or it could be once a week or 2 times a week. It's totally up to you. Now we get in what's called the Parkinson law. So you have your day, you're clear on when you're going to do it, but now it's all about the time. And the Parkinson law is this: it's all about shortening your time frame, and it causes pressure and it causes controlled chaos. I want you to think about this: weddings. Weddings are like one of the biggest events that people plan. And it's not just the Super Bowl. Normal people plan weddings, right? We get married and you see marriages. Well, those weddings, there's a lot to do with those weddings, but they always get accomplished, right? And that's why they call them what? Bridezillas. Why are they bridezillas? Because they have the short amount of time to get so much done. But that pressure creates bigger success. And what I want you to do is think of a time that you're going to get it done. But not just the time of the day that you're going to get it done, how much time you're going to allot yourself to be able to get that task done. You want to try to shorten it and give yourself that positive pressure. There's always going to be pressure. It's going to be the pressure of not doing date night and getting a divorce. Or it's the pressure of, you know what, I need to make time. I need to get everything I need to get done on Friday by this time so that this way I can go on date night with my lovely significant other. So Parkinson law, try to give yourself that pressure, really crunch it down and kind of get your mojo going. Get excited about it, like, ooh, man, I'm up against the clock. And then the last thing, best thing is going to be this: commit. You're filling out the form. You got your one thing, your big goal. You got your practice goal, your domino. You're clear on what day of the week you're going to do. Now you're getting some power. And now you got the Parkinson law. You got the pressure of your time. When are you going to do it and how much time you're going to give yourself to do it. And then once you complete all that, what I want you to do is make a commitment. Once you get done the form, do something towards that goal. Make a commitment. Tell somebody. Call somebody. Reserve that spot that you're looking to attack and make your life better. It could be sign up for that new career opportunity. It could be like, you know what? The $20 I'm about to spend on going out to eat tonight, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it in my piggy bank. Make that small commitment and watch what happens. You start to grow, baby, with courage and confidence, and you become unstoppable because of that commitment really locks in your mind that, hey, I'm going to do this. This is my time. Dessert times 2. I don't know if you see it on the board. They did a study. They took 2 groups of people. One group, they had them memorize 7 digits. And then they had another group only memorize 2 digits. And then they had these groups walk for like several miles, not several miles, they walk for about a certain length of time. And throughout that certain length of time, they had to memorize the digits, and anybody that they ran into that was part of the study, they had to call back and say the digits that they were memorizing. But as they did that, they were serving dessert and they were serving fruit. And they said that obviously the ones that had 7 digits to remember, they were double the times likely to select the dessert. because of their willpower, right? Our willpower is like a muscle. It's like a battery. It goes down. So the group that only had to memorize 2 were more likely to take the fruit and stay healthy. So it goes to show you that you can't do everything. And if you're going to do the one thing that you struggle with, do it sooner versus later. So what does that mean with commitment? Hey, lock in your commitment in the beginning of the day. Excuse me. Lock in your commitment at a time that you know you will have most of your energy. Your willpower will be there. Because when you think and get yourself frustrated sometimes, you're actually burning calories. We don't want it to be hard. Like I said, we want to fly downhill. So there it is, guys. It's your Step Up September. Let's get your one thing. Let's get your practice goal. Let's get clear on what you're doing. You got your Parkinson law. We're going to add some positive pressure to what you're doing, and then we're going to get committed. And then maybe have a little bit of dessert. Hey, I hope it helps. It's self-development month. Hey, I'm always rocking it every day. All year long is self-development for me. And my whole goal is to help others do the same thing. If I can do anything more than what I'm doing already, please reach out to me. But other than that, guys, let's step up the go up. It's Step Up September. Get your form below. Once I cut out this video, you rock.